everyone.
Hi.
This is Wendy, and I'm so happy today. I'm in New York, and I'm at Julie Reed Yaboa's shop, and she is the expert, and she's my cello doctor, and she's the expert for all things strings and instruments, cello, violin, viola. So today, I know that some of you are wondering what to look for when you're buying a new cello. Let's say you're a beginner or if you're more advanced. So we're just going to ask Julie a bunch of questions. So Julie, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So first question for you, Julie. What should we look for when we're looking for a new instrument?
Well, I think first of all, when you're looking for a new instrument, you have to check your budget, foremost importance. Second, I think you need to look for the condition of the instrument. You need to love the sound. You need to make sure that it's something that actually speaks to you and that will make you a better player.
In terms of budget, let's say I don't have a large budget, but I also don't want to go the eBay or Amazon route, right? So I want a decent sounding cello. How can I find these instruments if I'm like have a limited budget?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you should, first of all, you could ask your teacher if they have someone in the studio who you could try one of their cellos. Depending on your budget, I mean, probably the lowest denominator on that would be that you would look for something that's probably of Chinese origin. But you should probably look for the slightly higher end. There's several types of Chinese instruments which are actually very good.
Yeah.
And they would work, they're being played even by professionals sometimes. And sometimes they just need a little bit of extra work. So you'd have to, plan on having possibly a new bridge, a new post, playing the fingerboard, work with the pegs, that sort of thing would need to be done so that you would enjoy that instrument.
Yeah, I'm just curious, Julie, like what's the budget for high end of a Chinese cello? Just curious.
Somewhere between maybe 7 to 12.
7 to 12,000.
Yes.
Okay, so for the lower ends, how much are they? Do you know?
The way lower end?
Well, not like the Amazon, eBay ones, but
No, I would say around 7, something like that.
around 7 is lower ends.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know some of these instruments are quite good, right?
They're not bad. They're made
Right.
well. They're just not made by one person. There's sort of a recipe, that fits all, and so not every piece of wood is going to work for, for that instrument. It doesn't have that personal touch to it. Yeah.
And Julie, I know that you said that like when let's say someone is trying out different instruments, right? And it may not sound quite right, which could determine whether you want to end up getting the instrument or
Yes.
not. So how can you tell if an instrument is set up correctly? Let's talk about the cello, since I have the cello right here. Like how do you know that a certain instrument is set up correctly?
Well, I think you should try to probably play a scale. You can tell a lot by that. You have to make sure that it's, the string heights aren't too high. That, of course, can all be corrected. You have to make sure that, you feel comfortable with the neck situation and that you feel like you could actually play that instrument. Sometimes they're all different sizes. The necks, are a bit long, and the body's long, and suddenly you can't play it, or you can't play fifths or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to see that the bridge is straight. Just by looking down it, looking from the side. There's a lot of criteria for looking at a bridge.
Or like the bridge is not crooked like mine.
Right.
So Julie actually fixed my bridge the other day.
I mean, most shops would have those things basically in order when they show you the instrument. But if, say, you were buying it privately, which I probably would not recommend, that you just have to check out and make sure that it's all right. You could also go to have a second opinion from another shop. Usually it's best to ask that shop if you have their permission to go show it to someone else, and then they would tell you what's going on.
Right, let's say you have to move the sound post or the bridge, right? So like how can you talk to the person like you, someone like you, to how to make the sound better?
Well, I think if you brought it to someone kind of like myself and asked my opinion, first of all, I would go through a sort of a checklist to see where everything stands with the cello, make sure the bridge is straight.
Straight bridge?
Yeah, straight bridge, that it's in the proper position this direction. Check the position of the fingerboard, or check the string lengths to make sure they're all even.
String lengths?
String lengths,
So
yes.
like how long this is?
Yes, from here
Right.
to here. If that's different lengths, then of course you're going to have problems with your fifths or something.
Right. And then how do you fix the sound post? You can't fix it yourself, right?
I would not do that. No, no. The sound post position is, I mean, basically it's, you know, it's right behind the bridge. It's a certain distance inside the bridge and then slightly behind the bridge.
Oh,
And,
really? So it's like sitting right here, guys.
Yeah, it's right here. Like right, it's more towards the outside edge, but it's about 3.5 to 4 millimeters, something like that, inside.
I see. Yeah. And like basically like the slightest movement of
Yeah.
the sound post, it makes a huge difference. Because I just know you just go tap, tap, tap
Yeah.
inside. She has like her instruments. Do you want to show us the instruments?
Yeah, this is,
That's why I call her the cello doctor. Look at all these
for instance,
instruments.
this is just a little, it's like a little hammer. And the little hammer I can use to tap the top of the post, the bottom of the post, and move it maybe 1/10 of a millimeter, and then that is enough to make a big
a tenth of a millimeter
Yes, yeah.
is gonna make a difference in the sound.
yes,
Oh my goodness! And then what
And
is
then
this?
I use this one.
This looks scary.
This one I only use to, first of all, spear the sound post like this, and then I can put it in like that. But I can use this end to pull it.
Wow.
And so before I do that, I start checking with a ruler the measurement inside and outside where the post is standing. Try to keep a mental note,
Yeah.
and then try to find out how far behind the bridge it is. I use a Metro card.
Oh.
And so in this case, this one's, wow. This one is about 3 or 4 millimeters behind the bridge,
Wow.
and then inside is about 3.
This is amazing and also very fascinating. These are great tips to look for a new instrument, and also if you need adjustments, you know what you need in order to set up the instrument properly. And if you're trying out an instrument at a shop, if you see something that's not right, not set up properly, that can also really affect the sound and also your choice of whether you want to go with the instrument. So keep those things in mind. Definitely check out Julie. How can people reach you? You on your website?
Yeah, from our website, reedyaboaviolins.com. You can email us at contact@reedyaboaviolins.com, or you can call us at 212-765-3275. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Take care.